Hello everyone, welcome to episode 39 of God Worshipping Society.
Good afternoon.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Whatever
morning.
time it is. Yeah, it's
Good
that
day.
YouTube thing. It's that thing YouTubers used to do where they'd say like, you know, wherever it is, you know, if it's the evening right where you are when you're watching this, or you know, the daytime or whatever. And the other thing they'd always do is they say, "Hi YouTube."
Hey YouTube. Hey, I guess that's
Hey
just evolved into
YouTube.
Hey Chat now. Did you ever watch
Yeah.
Tobuscus? His intro
No.
of darkness, then redness, then what? You got to have a funny intro. You got to have a unique intro
Yeah.
that makes you stand out. And his was like putting
We
his
should have
thumb
one.
over his camera, and it was like darkness of redness, then whiteness. Wow, crazy. And now he's like a lunatic who just like shit posts on Twitter.
Is he not a YouTuber anymore? Not active on...
He went downhill pretty quick. He went nuts over some girl at some point, and he just like schizo posts on Twitter. So, friend of the show.
Do you
Tobuscus,
remember?
keep it going.
Do you remember Leafy is here? Do you remember that guy?
Of course.
Man, that was I think he would. I think in hindsight, when iDubbbz like ended his career, let's just talk about
completely.
YouTube drama from like 2016.
A really old YouTube drama, yeah.
In hindsight, iDubbbz was obviously in the wrong, and Leafy is here was obviously a good guy. Was actually a lot funnier than iDubbbz. I'm gonna say.
iDubbbz was pretty funny at the time, but he is another one who's rapidly gone
It's
downhill.
aged. It's aged so badly, whereas Leafy is here. You know, I bet Felix, you rewatch an episode of his old show, and it will seem good now, even though it didn't when it came out.
Of Leafy's stuff, I never watched Leafy to begin with. I didn't even know who he was until the content.
The iDubbbz thing.
But I used to watch iDubbbz like a really long time when he was doing his Kickstarter crap, like really old iDubbbz, and those still hold up. I still watch those, and like the stuff he did with Max Mofo and Filthy Frank, that's still, some of that still holds up. Some of it is not very funny anymore, but some of it still holds up. And now
it's
he's
weird.
Like, a shell of a human.
Do you know what's weird? This is a very Zoomer thing for me that I'm gonna say is like. I remember when I saw the show that Tim Heidecker and Eric Wareheim, I think he's called. Tim and Eric. Tim and Eric, great, awesome show.
Awesome show, great job.
Great job, yeah. When I saw that, I like watched that out of curiosity, basically. When it like a few years ago. And I didn't find it particularly funny, but what I realized two things. First of all, like when it came out, it probably was funny. But it's aged so badly because of the internet and because of like YouTube. Secondly, I realized that H3H3's like entire
shtick
thing that I had seen on YouTube when I was a teenager was just taken from Tim Heidecker.
It's definitely, you could definitely tell he was a fan.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But it's like really, even like the facial expressions and like the sounds he makes, like the gasps and stuff. It's like it's just taken entirely from Tim Heidecker.
I've been on a bit of a nostalgia bender recently. I was rewatching like some old Yogscast, like really old Yogscast Minecraft videos.
Shout outs to Bristol.
Yeah, big up Bristol, the home of UK YouTube. That's another channel that's, I don't know if it's gone downhill, but I think the Yogscast just basically stayed the same, and everyone else grew up. You know, they kept doing that same content.
Are they still playing Minecraft?
Yeah, I think they do still play Minecraft. There's a lot more of them now. They're more like a conglomeration of channels now. The Yogscast is more like,
it's more abstract.
Yeah, they just like host other channels at this point, effectively.
It's ascended to a higher realm of abstraction.
Yeah, I tried to watch some Yogscast stuff, but there's like none of the original people there. Lewis is still there, but like the rest of them don't really do much because they all just have their own. It's like
Napalm Death
stuff. Yeah,
it's like exactly. Napalm Death. Like none of the current members were original members. Like and there haven't been any of the original members in the band since like the early 90s.
Godflesh broke off from Napalm Death, I think, didn't they?
Oh shit, your audio's just cut out.
Oh no. Hello? I
can't hear you.
It's still coming through my end. It's you.
I don't think it's on my end. Oh,
Really?
what? Oh, now it's back.
Yeah, it was fine on my end. I was still getting signal. Oh, good.
Oh, that's weird.
Another one of these episodes.
Why doesn't it just stay? I feel like it's changing. I don't know. Hopefully, it's switched to win.
Yeah, your microphone
Don't
just cut out
switch.
and swap to another mic very briefly.
Don't switch. Jesus.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So we're gonna have to switch to Linux.
Yeah, then we'll be much
2026
more like
is
the
the year of
Yogscast
Linux.
guys.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
Yeah. Is that what we're going for now? Is this a sort of paradigm shift? Should we start Minecraft Let's Play?
Yeah, let's do that. And well, we were talking about music, weren't we, earlier?
We
today?
were, yes. I've got back into playing my guitar, and you know, I traded a piano for a nice Ibanez, because I wasn't playing my piano at all. I had like no interest.
That's such a hassle to learn to play the piano.
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing the guitar for, on and off since I was like 8. So almost 10 years. So when you then switch to a new instrument that has like no transferable skills whatsoever, like other than the theory behind
it's
the
just
music.
like starting from square one again.
Yeah, and I'm playing like 2 notes and feeling like a complete mong at my instrument. And I'm like, well, I'll just go back to playing the guitar. I can pick up a guitar and play fine.
Yeah,
so
you may as well.
I just lost interest in the piano really quickly, and then now I'm back to playing the guitar, and it's fun. So yeah, we should.
Well, I have to say, doing the soundtrack for this podcast has really, it's really got me back into the music game. You know,
we can use this as a platform. We can use our small platform to advertise extremely niche krautrock style music.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start a krautrock band, and we're gonna change our names.
Is it gonna be like krautrock trap fusion? Because I mean, the last stuff we did was quite. The beat was fairly.
I don't want to do anything trap with trap beats at this point. I'm too grown up for that. I think I'm gonna go in a more jazz direction from now on. I think.
That's good, because I mean, it doesn't matter how well I play. I could just play any old shit.
Yeah, you just make a racket.
Yeah, just make a complete load of noise.
Well, the thing is, I can produce music, but I'm not much of a composer. Like, I can't come up with good melodies or anything, and I don't enjoy really trying to. So, but I do enjoy taking a melody and then like shaping the sound around it.
Yeah,
that's more
the last one we
enjoyable.
did, I just did some little melodies on the bass and sent them over to you.
Yeah,
I think the song
created something around
well. Yeah,
I thought it was pretty sick. I mean, this was 6 years ago.
Oh my god, was it?
Yeah, that was 6 years ago. We were 20. It was during COVID.
Yes,
the COVID
yeah.
era.
I remember now, because I just sat in my room, just in between all of our sessions of listening to like West Coast rap and playing Mortal Kombat and getting Papa John's. Yeah, I remember just sat in my room, just playing my guitar all the time. There's nothing else to do anyway.
Yeah, I'm sure this is very interesting for the audience to hear us just talk about how we're getting the band back together.
Yeah, this is our promo.
Just sounding really old, reminiscing about like not even also like 10 years ago, talking about like
it wasn't even that long. We're reminiscing even further back. We're just regressing.
We got to stop.
Remember
we got to
school?
stop reminiscing. We got to talk about the future, and by that I mean the present, and by that I mean the death of Jason Arde, R.I.P. to a real one.
I saw a sign. I saw in like the Times a sign at his memorial outside of Cambridge or whatever, and someone had written RIBP, and I couldn't figure out what that meant, and I assumed it was like rest in like black peace. Is it some kind of
black
racial
power
thing? Rest in black power.
Is that it?
I don't know. I still haven't found out. Google's AI search was like, maybe it means blessed peace or some nonsense like that. But so if anyone knows, leave a comment. What does RIBP mean? Suggest it yourself. It could mean ribulose bisphosphate.
Maybe it is.
Maybe it's a reference to the Krebs cycle. So,
but yeah, Jason Arde, rest in peace.
Rest in black peace.
Well, it's crazy because we were literally talking about him on the last episode. I mean, it's not that crazy because the reason he killed himself, I'm gonna have to censor
was
that.
Because
the reason he
died, unfortunately.
The reason he game ended himself is because
Dear me.
is because
we were talking about him because he heard the last episode
everyone
of GWS
was talking about him
and was like, "God damn,
no,
this is too far." Now.
I didn't say anything anti the guy.
I didn't know anything about him, so I looked him up straight after, and then proceeded to wake up the next morning and read the headline that he had decided to leave this world,
this realm of reality, this level of abstraction.
Leveled up.
It's crazy, but it reveals something really, which is that you can't be a good con man anymore. It kind of sucks. The 21st century. It's like you con anyone, everyone finds out, and then what are you gonna do? You end up stuck in that situation. It's a nightmare. You can't be a good, you can't be like Cagliostro or whatever he was called, or like the Count of Saint Germain, and go around just ripping rich people off. You can't do that anymore. And that used to be a respectable profession. They were called adventurers. You can't do that anymore.
I feel like if you're going to do it now, you have to have the guts to just leave and go to some shithole third world country. Because if you could be a fraudster now,
you should have gone to Russia.
Yeah, exactly. Just leave and go to some other country.
Like that French actor. What was he called?
Who's that?
The French guy who went to Russia, the actor who's an absolute creep, who is also a massive alcoholic, but it doesn't really matter anyway.
Well, you say French actor, creep, and alcoholic, and it doesn't narrow
Gerard Depardieu.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I know. Gerard Depardieu. Yeah. And the American guy with the who does the martial arts films, Steven Seagal.
Yeah, he's half Russian.
Yeah. But I mean, it's terrible.
Judo master.
You can't. There's such a heavy price to pay for minor infractions, like tricking a university into hiring you. I mean, it's their fucking fault.
It is their fucking fault. It is Cambridge's fault for not
who's
looking
the real
into
idiot? I'm sorry, but my audio cut out again.
That's okay. I've still got you. Oh right, okay. Well, I will permit a diatribe now. I mean, at the end of the day, if some nutjob from Belgium or wherever he's from, who is a self-proclaimed racist, is able to just run your theses through an AI plagiarism checker and instantly find out the problem, I'm just moaning now. But if some racist can instantly find out that you're a fraud, why did Cambridge not do due diligence and figure this out? I mean, I'm still in academia, and it's fairly rigorous, certainly with undergraduates, how much anti-plagiarism stuff has been implemented, and now anti-AI. So the fact that this could even happen is, frankly, utterly embarrassing. It's a complete disgrace, and it's just it's
fucking disgusting.
It's disgusting, morally disgusting, and it's just shameful to academia in the UK. I mean, Cambridge is one of our top institutions, and because they wanted to hire a black guy who could run world record marathons, 9 of which he ran with broken legs, apparently. I mean,
you can't really blame someone for taking a job that they're massively underqualified for.
Yeah,
So
what? If someone offered me a professorship, fuck it, I'll do it.
Yeah, if someone offered me, and I'm not even doing a PhD, if someone just offered me for some reason a professorship at university, I would 100% take that. Imagine how many young people I could influence into adopting an extreme worldview.
Yeah.
That it would be so easy. They'd be so impressionable. I'd be a very young professor, so they think I'm cool and I'm down with the kids. And I would completely I would isolate them from their families. They would withdraw from society and form a group around me, and I would get tons of money out of them, honestly.
And you could get them to drink.
It'd be so
Kool-Aid.
easy. Yeah, and we all go to Africa and live in a shanty town we construct for ourselves, and I do a ton of amphetamines and
anything you
whatever else. Yeah. And then how it ends, and I'm gonna record it, with some nice like soul music playing in the background.
And put it on Wikipedia Commons, so that everyone can use that. Royalty free, of course.
Yeah.
The last outro to GWS. Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I don't really have a lot to say about the Jason Arde thing, other than that Cambridge University, like, obviously, but ironically, are fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, for real.
But Isaac Newton
shameful.
wasn't really that smart, and he's like their main alumnus.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't really that smart.
He did make some major contributions to science, but
he got literally zero pussy.
Exactly.
Like, zero.
Which is what counts.
Zero.
Now,
I
Jason
don't think
Arde
he
had
even
2
got
children,
any dick.
So he's winning on that front. In terms of professorship, he is winning against Isaac Newton. The sad thing is, obviously, he had kids and a family, but
I know it's not fashionable to say this, but he was literally biologically a better man than Isaac Newton.
Yeah. Did Isaac Newton didn't have any kids?
No, he failed.
He failed as a living being.
Well, yeah. Well, Charles Darwin failed big time because he married his fucking cousin, and
all their kids died of like diseases.
All their kids died of ridiculous diseases because he literally just did the opposite of the thing he discovered. Of like he didn't learn from he made this incredible discovery and just did not apply not any knowledge from it, and just completely contradicted it and suffered horribly as a result.
He was such an old fella by that point, though. I can't blame him.
Yeah, but Isaac Newton was a piece of shit.
He tried.
And Isaac Newton, let's say, he absolutely went out of his way to destroy Leibniz's career.
Yeah.
And let's be real, it's very obvious that Leibniz is way smarter than Newton. Now, he didn't have children either, but I suspect he got some pussy.
He showed people his philosophical calculator, and the ladies were dripping.
Well, he got on with like princesses and stuff, He was like a courtier. He must have got...
He was German, so there's like a level of autism that resonates.
Mm-hmm.
You show an English lady a philosophical calculator, or like a logical calculator, and they're like, whatever. And you show a German girl, and she's like, this is super duper.
Yeah, that's exactly what they want. You know, that's
and
literally
their
all they think
loins
about.
Froth instantly.
The moment someone invented cogs must have been the moment Germans were like, "Oh my god!"
That's when they unlock their future. That's like
that's when they woke up. That's probably when Germany was born.
Them. Yeah,
when they figure out cogs, and it's like, "Oh my god, we could make clocks, could make tanks."
Finally,
that's the trajectory of German history.
Yeah.
Exactly. I've been watching a lot of Ukraine war footage lately.
Yes, it's quite bleak. It's
Ukraine so fucked up, man. It's so I was watching other footage as well of like the Chechen war in the 90s and
also fairly bleak.
Kosovo. Yeah, all very bleak. But it's crazy, like, how much the equipment's changed in that time, If you compare... Because, like, Black Hawk Down is, like, that's set in the 90s, right?
I think it's early 2000s. I'm not sure.
Early 2000s. So, not far from, like, Kosovo, which was, like, 98, I think. So, and you compare, like, the guys 99. Fighting in Kosovo... 99,
no,
right,
93.
So
sorry. 93 was the original event. The book was 99, the film was 2001. So there we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, so you compare how like they look in the Chechen War, which is like 96, to how they look in like, in Black Hawk Down. I know it's not reality, but it's probably technically.
Well, it's based on a
fairly accurate
recollection of the events.
And like the guys in Black Hawk Down don't look that different to soldiers now, really. But then the guys fighting in the Chechen War, they look like they're from like the 50s. The way they're equipped. They've all got AK-47s with like wooden stocks.
Yeah. Well, they
they're
found
none
something
of them wearing
that works,
helmets.
I mean, even if you look at like the average Russian grunt, they're still basically using an AK platform.
Oh
You know,
yeah, but they just
it's
look a lot more modern now. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
I bet the Russian army now is, let's be real, I know it's not fashionable to say this, but it's probably a pretty fucking strong army. Because, like...
It's a strong army relative to, like, I don't know, a bunch of... I think generally it's not... The Russians... I mean, let's be real. They've been trying to invade the Ukraine for what? 4 years? 5 years? In this current invasion.
Yeah.
And they haven't made enormous strides. The army can only be so good.
But the Ukrainian army is pretty fucking good as well, I would say. This is what I'm saying.
It's like, they've both inherited the Soviet Union, effectively.
Yeah, and they're both locked in a war that's been going on for years. So they're both just like very aware of what it's like to fight that kind of, actual frontal conflict in the 21st century. Like they just have more experience of it. So the men know what they're doing.
Yeah. This actual war against effectively almost superpowers.
Yeah, there's a reason why in 1914, the British army was like man per man was probably the best army on the Western Front,
the most elite,
on any of the fronts, because we'd just been fighting in the Boer War and we'd learned a lot from that experience and had so we just had a better awareness of like what kind of tactical conditions would be like.
Yeah, and the British Army's doctrine has always been like quality over quantity. Very well trained elite soldiers, smaller than the French or Germans, and we had amazing equipment as well. Like the Vickers, the Smelly, all in these terms of Russia, so good. Yeah.
Remember, they're on their economy's been heavily targeted internationally. I'm just saying, if you tried to fight a war, if Britain, I mean, obviously we've got like no armed forces right now, but if we tried to fight a war with Russia, we would get absolutely murked. Like I'm pretty sure they probably have a very, like, it's a stalemate between two countries that are both, I mean, let's face it, those people, Ukrainians and Russians, are both like very good at war, and they've probably both have been waiting to slaughter each other for a very long time.
Well, the Russians have been trying to take the Ukraine for like 30 years now.
Yeah. This was like gonna happen at some point, out of all the countries in Eastern Europe that Russia was gonna,
because Crimea,
they're not gonna want to invade Latvia. Who cares about Latvia? It's tiny. Ukraine's a big country,
and it has resources. Ukraine is the breadbasket of Europe. Like, if you control the food, Putin isn't thinking like, it's like Neolithic thinking.
Yeah.
He's very kingly, isn't he?
Yeah, I feel like people overstate his importance as an individual. Like, when the Ukraine war happened, people would I kept hearing people explaining it, like why the conflict happened, purely in terms of like Putin's psychology, Like, he wants to be a czar. Oh my god, my fucking microphone's done this again. 1 second. See, it just forgets about my headphones. That's what's going on.
I can still hear you if that helps.
God damn it.
It's fine, you can cut the silence out.
Okay, my headphones are back now.
Okay, you can just cut that out. I could still hear you, but...
Okay. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, when the war started, I kept hearing people explaining it purely in terms of Putin's psychology. Mm-hmm. And like, I just don't think that's a very good way to, explain why a war's happening.
I think it's because Putin's psychology is almost like an embodiment of the national spirit of Russia. He's an older man.
Is it though? I bet a lot of them hate him.
Well, they probably... I mean, I'm sure a lot of them do, but at the same time, an awful lot of them, I think, like the fact that he wants to bring Russia back to the kind of golden age. Because that's what he wants, because he's doesn't want to die.
He's a nationalist, doesn't he?
He really doesn't want to die. There's this thing about Putin, he really wants to fund research for eternal life. He is the Hillary Clinton
all these rich guys want that.
Suck machine,
Yeah.
So, and so I think that is a kind of reflection of Russia's... I mean, Russia was a superpower for like the 20th century, or the mid to late 20th century. It's been on the decline to the point where now it can't even beat its smaller neighbor. Yes, it is armed by the West, but they're still hanging on. Like, if I just gave someone on the street a gun, it doesn't mean they're going to be a tactical genius. So they're obviously doing something right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think I don't know. I don't think if Putin just dies tomorrow, the war would stop, because he's got a whole government. It's a dictator. There's going to be someone else going to step up who wants the same thing for Russia, because who wants to see their country fall into oblivion and be China's bitch?
Yeah. But they should just be China's bitch. We should all just be China's bitch.
Yeah.
I bet that would be a better world to live in overall.
It would be interesting when China goes into Taiwan.
A lot of people would disagree with me on that, but I wouldn't want to live. I wouldn't want to be Chinese living in China. But if China dominated the world, eventually they would probably transition to a less authoritarian form of government and something more like ancient Chinese dynastic rule, imperial rule. And that would be awesome. And we can be Holy Romans in Europe, and
we'll be like
good
what's that term? When you're like an emperor and you assign someone almost a kingdom as a vassal.
Yeah.
And so Europe would become a Holy Roman Empire.
Mm-hmm.
Led by a superstate. It would just become a superstate under China as the global hegemony.
Well, no, it would be a dual. It would be the Holy Romans and the Chinese.
Right. And what would the Holy Romans control? Just Europe, or would we take over
the
America?
Western Hemisphere?
Right.
Well, no, America will be uninhabitable because of a nuclear apocalypse.
Okay. That's probably for the best. We've seen what America's like when it is habitable.
Yeah, but here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna do a little invasion of Russia,
Yeah.
Destroy their armies in the first couple weeks, and then the whole rotten structure will come falling down.
Okay, yeah. We just kick the door in, say.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
who's leading this charge? Sorry, could we just clarify which army will be going first? Okay, you leading the German army.
Fuck's sake! It's such bullshit. Why?
Can you connect your headphones with a cable?
The problem is with Discord.
Problems with Discord? Can you hear me now?
I'm back now, yeah.
What you should do is you should intersperse these moments with the musical interludes, as if we're going to move to a different topic. But then we just carry on talking about the same
It just
topic.
Continues, yeah. Maybe I'll do that. I'll do that.
That would be really funny. Okay, yeah.
But yeah, no, we invade Russia, we destroy their armies, they surrender, and then we meet the Chinese halfway across
at the
Eurasia.
Urals,
At the Urals,
we cross the Urals and shake their hands across the Urals.
Yeah, I shake Xi Jinping's hand.
Yeah, and, it was a beautiful moment. And unlike your Che Guevara.
Yeah, you're like smoking a cigar.
Well, you're like Castro, and I'm Che Guevara behind you.
Yes. Yeah.
I feel like realistically, you're more like Che
dressed
Guevara,
like Mao Zedong. I show up dressed like Mao Zedong, and I even shave the hairline into my head as a mark of respect for the Chinese.
Yeah.
And I shake Xi Jinping's hand, and maybe we kiss. Who knows?
With brotherly, brotherly.
Yes.
Brotherly.
Holy Roman. But, we're Holy Romans, so we've got to be a little bit kind of fruity at this point, we're a bit Italian.
Yeah. Well, we've got the Italian army with us. We've got the Germans, the French. Think of the food that our armies would be eating, man. My God.
Think about how gay those three countries are combined.
Individually,
think about that.
Not too gay, but once you bring them together, it's like an exponential waft of homosexuality.
That's why they were all fighting each other for hundreds and hundreds of years. It's just gay. It's like homoerotic tension.
They were just all into each other's men. Yeah.
Yeah, between men. Well, killing someone with a bayonet is, there's a symbolism there.
And the Americans came over in the Second World War and ruined it.
Yeah, they were like, we don't want to use bayonets.
Yeah, we don't, gay, not us. And the rest of Europe is just like, oh, here come the Yanks to ruin our fun.
Well, American society is, a society built on a different way of resolving one's Oedipal complex. In Europe, it's by having sex with other men. That's how you resolve it.
Rather than your own mother.
No, because you become your mother.
Right. That's why you have to live with her. In Italy, they live with their mums for ages.
Oh yeah, they're obsessed with that.
So you
can
fully absorb your own mother's psyche, so that then you become your mother and have sex with another man.
Italians are different from the French and the Germans. Their way of resolving the Oedipal complex is by just not resolving it and just living with it for the rest of their lives. So and that's why they all worship the Virgin Mary.
Right.
Yeah. They're motherfuckers. Yeah. That's why they have the Virgin Mary everywhere.
To be fucked.
No, the Italians, their homosexuality is just genuine homosexuality.
Okay,
they're all bisexual. They all have homosexual tendencies, but the person they most are attracted to is their own mothers.
I've been rewatching The Sopranos, and this rings very true.
Oh yeah, they're obsessed with their mothers. Yeah, it's insane. Yeah. The Germans aren't, but they do want to be their mothers.
Yeah. That's why it's the fatherland, because they want to be fucked by their own country.
Yes, yeah. Well, when you're inside a country, you're hugged by the country, so to speak.
Yeah, right. So they feel like the
mother loves the father.
Yeah, it's like Gaia and the other one.
But that's why they call it the fatherland, is because they want to be their mother, and they also want to love their home country because they're German. And that's just part of what, even when they say they're not nationalists, they're just lying. Every fucking time they can't help themselves.
What about the Spanish?
That's why the Spanish are they're inbred. They're more into they keep sex within the family.
Yeah. Well, they've got the Moorish ancestry. There's a lot of North African influence, Arabic influence in Spain.
I'm sorry, it's gone out again. Maybe I'll just have you out loud.
Yeah, just go crazy.
That's so quiet.
Hello. Normal talking volume.
Oh, my headphones are back now.
Normal. Hello.
Hello. Where are we?
The Spanish, they have a lot of Moorish influence, a lot of
yes,
Islam, Arabic influence.
Well, that's just about having harems, isn't it? That's that whole. That's how they resolve their Oedipal complex, is by constantly accumulating new substitutes for the mother.
That is a good point, actually. That's very well.
This is how we do psychoanalysis. I can't even say it.
And the Russians, that's the problem. It's because they have a motherland, so they can't be their own mothers. So that's why they need to be.
Well, they resolve the complex through alcoholism.
Okay, same as the Finns.
They eat seals and stuff, and
they eat fish,
and they eat lots of fish, and that obviously conjures up images of femininity.
Yeah, and sauna.
Reasons.
Sauna, you're encased in warmth. It's like a womb.
Yeah. Isn't this incredible? This is really
this is revolutionary.
Informative. Yeah. So there you go, guys. There's our take on what were we talking about?
The Ukraine war.
The Ukraine war, and the fact that I've been watching a lot of footage of it. What else is going on in the world?
This is a good point. I was actually reading the news earlier, but there's not a huge amount of interest. It rained last night.
It's been raining.
So the drought isn't over yet, but it has rained. So, we're on the move. To the right direction. Speaking of Ukraine, the old Russian The old Ukrainian war minister.
I can't hear you. Sorry, it's gone out. This is so fucking annoying. I'm gonna look this up. I don't know what's going on with Discord. It's back.
Hello.
Discord just doesn't like my headphones for some reason.
Have you got an aux cable or something you can plug them in?
I don't know if I do, but I'll have a look because
When
this
my
shit's driving me
stuff
insane.
does that, I just plug it in via cable and it tends to be alright.
It's weird.
Anyway.
It's not my laptop. It's Discord.
Yeah.
Why?
That's weird. Yeah, I don't know.
Fuck you, Discord. Whoever's in charge of Discord, give me an address and we'll resolve this problem like men, rather than like technicians or software engineers. Yeah, by making love in a parking lot somewhere in America.
I hate
yeah.
Speaking of Ukraine, the I think it's the ex-minister of war or whatever has called for elections because they don't like Zelensky, but it is illegal under Ukrainian law to have an election during a war. Bit of slam poetry as well.
That's cool. That's very like Caesar, like, declare a state of emergency, and then, Zelensky should do that. So maybe he wants to prolong the war. This is going to be like the boomer, like conspiracy theorist take. Maybe he wants to prolong the war to maintain his power.
Yeah.
Could you imagine running a country with a war going on?
Yeah, I would rather not. I'm not sure I
that
could run a
seems
country
like a
without
terrible
a war going
job.
On.
I could easily run a country.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So when Burnham gets ousted like every other prime minister in the last 10 years, will you be there to step up?
I'd be really good in a civil war, at leading a faction in a civil war. You know, I'd be good at that.
Will they be like a minor, like the anarchist Spanish that popped up in Barcelona for about 10 weeks and then disappeared?
No, man, it would be like the God-worshipping society in China.
Okay.
Of course. Or the Boxer Rebellion.
Yeah.
It would be that. It would be mystical, of course. It has to have a mystical component. But I don't know what kind of ideology I would go for. I guess I'd go for like it has to incorporate UFOs, I feel like. Whatever.
There's got to be something to do with UFOs.
It's like I like that version of Marxism, Posadism, I think it's called, from South America, according to which an advanced alien civilization that's more advanced than us will have attained communism because it would have progressed to that stage of history.
Yeah.
And so they're going to help. If we can get in contact with the aliens, then they'll come and help the workers out on Earth in fighting their revolution.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's sick. I mean, that is literally, if that was actually possible and true as an ideology, that would be awesome. That would be the coolest.
It is possible as an ideology. You can have anything as an ideology.
Yeah, but you got to accept so many things. You got to accept all the epistemology behind Marxism. You got to accept, that it's a word that there's a high likelihood of us getting into contact with extraterrestrials anytime soon.
Yeah.
It requires a lot of faith.
A lot of
you're not
assumptions going on there. Yeah.
There's a reason this is a fairly marginal ideology. But that would be sick. Leading some kind of rebellion under the tagline of like, we're gonna talk to the aliens. Like, that would be amazing.
The aliens will come and they'll believe the same shit we do.
They'll have reached the same conclusions as me, and that's why they're gonna come and help. I've cut out again, by the way, but
that's okay.
I don't know. We can. This is not my week.
No. Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
I think I figured out a quick way to reconnect when it disconnects.
We're moving forward then.
Yeah, that's progression. That's what we call science. That's what we call scientific advancement.
This is modern science in action.
Progression of learning in the arts and the sciences. That's what the show's all about, really. I mean, I'm furthering human knowledge and understanding.
Should we talk about Andy Burnham for technical issues?
What's Andy Burnham been doing?
He's pledged a load of money to end homelessness by Christmas, like £400 million or something. So that's good. Maybe. Don't tell me you've gone again.
I'm sorry. Now it's reconnected.
Hello. Andy Burnham has pledged £400 million to end homelessness by Christmas. Something along those lines.
I think this is a terrible idea.
And he's apologised for his premiership not going off with a bang or something like that. But being like, yeah. Oh, and he's moved the Treasury to like number 10 North or whatever.
Well, that's funny. Yeah.
Yeah. Because
I'm sure
that's
that will
all you need to do.
Some kind of problem.
Yeah.
Change the well, it's like Constantine the Great founding Constantinople. He should rename Manchester Burnopolis.
Burnopolis. Yeah. Andyville. Yeah, that would be great. Okay, well that's all our coverage of Andy Burnham's local.
It's done it again.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello. Perhaps we should conclude sooner rather than later at this rate.
Yeah, this is fucking annoying.
This
is such a bad week. This is such a bad week.
Have a look and see if you can get an aux cable or something.
Yeah. What I will say is that I stand for homelessness as a way of life that middle class people should be able to participate in, and I think that Burnham's assault on that really pastime. It's a pastime.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my understanding of what homelessness is that it's something middle class people choose to do.
Yeah, they choose to live on the street. It's a lovely place to be. I mean, what is he trying to say? That the streets are horrible?
It's like, I mean, it's just camping. I like to call it urban camping. That's what I like to call it.
Urban living.
Or street camping. Yeah. Urban living. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my take on Andy Burnham. So I think as a result, the fair thing to do would be to put him on the rack and then have him hung, drawn, and quartered.
Yeah, have his head on the Tower of London.
I think that would be the only rational thing.
And then
much the same way that
pulls off his mask and it's Keir Starmer.
And it's Keir Starmer, and then Keir Starmer. And then Keir Starmer sees me in the crowd and he comes up to me and he hugs me and he says, I really like your podcast.
I really like your podcast.
I really like your podcast.
That is very good. Such a shame.
Thank you.
He's gone now.
Such a shame he didn't last even 2 years.
Yeah. I don't even know how Andy Burnham talks.
Hey, I don't know.
Hey,
how do they... No, that's Yorkshire. What's a Manchester accent?
I'm not sure I can do one. I could do Scouse.
Hey, fucking Scouse?
We're moving number 10.
That's got to be the worst accent in the UK, surely.
Yeah, let's be honest. We're not going to get a Scouse Prime Minister anytime soon.
No.
There's a fondness
meritocracy
to it that I quite like in a sort of perverted way. You know, like a guilty pleasure.
Well, there's nice accents from around Liverpool, but once you get to the proper, like, hardcore Scouse accent, it just becomes insane sounding.
Yeah,
you just sound like a gremlin or something.
The more mellow Scouse varieties.
Yeah, that's fine. But that's just not that different from a generic northern accent. You know?
With a hint of oddness.
Yeah.
A bit of interest.
Yeah.
Well, it was a very news-heavy episode this week.
Yeah, well, I mean, I wanted to make it more informative, and I think we've largely achieved that. And I'm really pleased with the amount of effort I put into this episode this week.
Yeah. Technical difficulties will be. The aliens will come and fix the technical difficulties for us.
Yes, and hopefully I won't be as well. Hopefully both of us won't be so overworked and tired. But
next week we can only hope.
It started raining, so things are looking up.
Exactly, things are looking wet.
All right, folks. Well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Join us again next time. It will probably be better.
But you never know, so worth tuning in to find out.
Give us a like and a subscribe. If you don't, your mother will die in her sleep tonight. That's all from me. Anything from you, Felix?
No, that's all. Give us a comment if
all
you know what RIBP stands for, and see you next week.
Confirm. R.I.P. Jason Arde. Oh man.
Amen.